Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Timek Aglawlaw. Today, we're diving into a topic that impacts each and every one of us, the environment. November is a National Environmental Awareness Month in the Philippines, and it's a time when we highlight the importance of preserving and protecting our natural surroundings. Joining me today is a distinguished guest, Regional Executive Director, Engineer Paquito T. Moreno Jr. from the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Engineer Moreno, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Ryan. I'm honored to be here and grateful for the opportunity to talk about a topic that's close to my heart environmental awareness.
So, Engineer Moreno, let's start with the basic. Can you help our listeners understand what environmental awareness is and why it's so important?
Sure, Ryan. Environmental awareness means understanding the delicate balance of our ecosystems and recognizing the impact of our actions have on the environment. It's about being conscious of how our lifestyles affect air quality, water resources, forests, and biodiversity. In a broader sense, it's also about realizing our role in preserving this balance for future generations.
And why is it particularly important here in the Philippines?
The Philippines is one of the most biodiverse countries, but it's also one of the most vulnerable to climate change. We face threats like typhoons, rising sea levels, and biodiversity loss. Raising environmental awareness helps communities understand this risk and empowers them to take action from disaster preparedness to sustainable practices.
Oh, I see. Well, that brings us to National Environmental Awareness Month, which we observe every November. So, sir, can you share the purpose behind this observance and how it's celebrated?
Certainly, National Environment Awareness Month was established under Republic Act number 9512, the Environmental Awareness and Education Act of 2008. The goal is to raise consciousness about the environment through education and activities and to cultivate a culture of sustainability across all sectors. Throughout November, we organize events, workshops, and campaigns that highlights various environmental issues and engage citizens in meaningful ways.
So, since we organize events, workshops, and campaigns, what are some of the main events this month, sir?
We have several observances like Clean Air Month, Global Warming and Climate Change Consciousness Week. From November 19 to 25, we have the National Day for Youth in Climate Action. On November 25, each focuses on a specific area from improving air quality to engaging the youth in climate action.
Okay, sir, thank you very much. So, now let's talk about Clean Air Month. Air quality is something we can't ignore, especially in urban areas. How is the DENR addressing this issue?
Well, Clean Air Month is a reminder of the importance of air quality for our health and environment. The DNR collaborates with local governments to monitor air pollution levels, enforce regulations on emissions, and educate people on practices like carpooling, using eco friendly vehicles, and promoting public transport. We also have campaigns to raise awareness on minimizing pollutants from industrial processes and encouraging cleaner alternatives.
Well, that's very nice, sir. So, are there any success stories or progress we can highlight from these initiatives?
Yes, we have seen positive results in cities that implement stricter emissions and promoted green spaces. These cities have reported better air quality and improved public health. The goal is to replicate this success nationwide, one community at a time.
Well, that's very nice, sir. So, the Philippines is highly susceptible to climate change, making Global Warming and Climate Change Consciousness Week very relevant. So, what are the DNR's main initiatives for this week?
Global Warming and Climate Change Consciousness Week is all about awareness and action. We focus on educating the public on the science of climate change, how it affects us, and what can be done to mitigate its impacts. Our activities include seminars, workshops, and public forums that cover topics like renewable energy, carbon footprint reduction, and sustainable living.
So, sir, and how can individuals contribute to combating climate change?
Individuals play a critical role. Simple actions like reducing energy consumption, supporting renewable energy, conserving water, and minimizing waste can make a difference. We also encourage people to be mindful of their carbon footprint, using energy efficient appliances, choosing public transport, and even reducing meat consumption are ways to contribute.
Okay, sir. So, sir, another key date is the National Day for Youth in Climate Action on November 25. Why focus on youth and how are they involved?
Youth involvement is essential because they are the generation that will live with the long term impacts of climate change. This day, November 25, is dedicated to empowering young Filipinos to be leaders in environmental sustainability. We recognize activities like tree planting, cleanup drives, and educational workshops in schools. And we have the Filipino Youth Envi Icon Awards, which honor young leaders in environmental efforts.
Wow, that's very inspiring, sir. So it is really nice to see young people to get involved. How was the response been so far?
It's been very encouraging. We see students, youth groups, and young professionals showing a strong commitment to environmental causes. Many are eager to contribute, and some have even initiated their own projects from campus recycling programs to local reforestation efforts.
So we've talked a lot about what the DNR and communities are doing. For our listeners, what are some practical ways they can support environmental awareness and sustainability?
There are many ways each of us can make an impact. We can start by reducing our carbon footprint, use energy wisely, carpool, and support clean energy. Waste management is another area. Segregate your waste, recycle, and support eco friendly products. Another significant step is choosing local and organic food, which has a smaller environmental impact. And of course, planting trees, supporting environmental organizations, and spreading awareness go a long way.
Before we end, any final thoughts, sir? And can you tell us what to look forward to for World Environment Day next year?
As we close our Environmental Awareness Month, I'd like to remind everyone that small actions lead to big changes. Every effort counts. And for what we did with World Environment Day in 2024, we expected it to be a global call to action for sustainability. And we are planning to align our activities with this theme, engaging more communities and expanding our educational reach. Let's continue working together for a healthier, greener future.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insights and for the work you and the DNR do to protect our environment.
Thank you, Rian. It's been a pleasure, and I hope our conversation inspires more people to join us in this cause.
And that's a wrap for today's podcast. We hope you found this discussion inspiring and insightful. Don't forget, every little step towards environmental awareness and sustainability counts. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, stay green.